They say we remember the winners, but history is actually written by the obsessives, the people who couldn't sleep because a bolt was 2 grams too heavy, or because a door handle didn't click with the right frequency. It is 1962. Italy is a playground for the wealthy, and Enzo Ferrari is the king of that playground. He builds beautiful, temperamental machines. They are fast, they are fragile, and they are loud. But in a small town called Sant'Agata, there is a man who makes tractors. Ferruccio Lamborghini is successful. He is wealthy. He owns Ferraris, but he is annoyed. He finds the clutches weak. He finds the service arrogant. He decides to tell Enzo himself. Enzo tells him to go back to his tractors. It was a short conversation. It was also the most expensive mistake Enzo Ferrari ever made. Ferruccio didn't want to build a race car. He wanted to build a perfect car. He hired the best engineers Enzo had fired. He told them to build a V12, but he told them it had to be civilized. The 350 GT was the result. It was polished. It was quiet. It was, by all accounts, a better car, but it wasn't the car that changed the world. That happened a few years later, in a basement. After hours, 3 young engineers were bored. Giampaolo Dallara, Paolo Stanzani, Bob Wallace. They wanted to build something radical. They wanted to put the engine in the middle, like a Le Mans racer, but for the road. Ferruccio wasn't convinced. He thought it was a marketing exercise. He thought they might sell 50. He let them build it anyway. They showed the chassis at Turin in 1965. It was just a frame, no body, just an engine turned sideways. People wrote checks on the spot. They didn't even know what it would look like. Then came Marcello Gandini. He was 25 years old. He had never designed a car for production. He stayed up for nights on end. He created the Miura. When it debuted at Geneva, the world stopped moving. It was low. It was wide. It had eyelashes. It looked like it was moving while it was standing still. Suddenly, the front-engine Ferraris looked like antiques. The supercar was born. But the Miura had a secret. It wanted to be a plane. At high speeds, the front end would lift. The steering would go light. It was terrifying and beautiful and completely impractical. The world loved it, but Lamborghini was changing. Ferruccio got tired of the strikes. He got tired of the oil crisis. He sold his shares. He went to his vineyard. He made wine. The company was left in the hands of the dreamers, and the dreamers wanted to go faster. They wanted something sharper. Gandini went back to his drawing board. He stopped using curves. He started using a ruler. He came up with the Countach. The word is a Piedmontese exclamation. It is what a man says when he sees a beautiful woman or a spaceship. The doors went up. The windows barely opened. You couldn't see out of the back. To reverse it, you had to sit on the door sill. It was ridiculous. It was perfect. It stayed in production for 16 years. It defined the 80s. It was on every bedroom wall, but underneath the posters, the company was dying. It went bankrupt. It changed hands like a used suitcase. Brothers from Switzerland, the Chrysler Corporation, an Indonesian conglomerate. Everyone tried to fix Lamborghini. Everyone failed. The cars were still wild. The Diablo was a beast. It was faster than the Countach. It was harder to drive. It still felt like it was built in a shed by people who loved opera. Then the Germans arrived. Audi bought the company in 1998. The purists cried. They thought the soul would vanish. They thought it would become a fast Volkswagen. They were wrong. Audi brought something Lamborghini never had. Electricity that worked, body panels that lined up, a budget. The Murcielago was the first result. It was still a V12. It still had the doors, but you could drive it to the shops without it catching fire, usually. Then came the Gallardo. It was smaller. It had 10 cylinders. It was the car that saved the factory. They built 14,000 of them. For the first time, Lamborghini was making money. They started experimenting. The Reventon, the Sesto Elemento, the Aventador. They stayed true to the V12. Even when everyone else was downsizing, even when turbos became the norm, Lamborghini stayed loud. They stayed naturally aspirated. They stayed stubborn, just like Ferruccio. Today, the factory in Sant'Agata is modern. It is clean. It is efficient, but if you stand near the test track and you listen, you can still hear that mechanical scream. It is the sound of a tractor maker who got angry. It is the sound of 3 engineers working late. It is the sound of a company that refused to grow up. We don't need these cars. They are too wide for our streets. They are too fast for our laws. But we want them because they remind us that logic is boring and that sometimes the best way to move forward is to start a fight with a king. The bull is still charging, and I don't think it plans on stopping.